Hey everybody, welcome back to the Sorcerer's Arena. Just so you know, this is not a monthly update. I've got something to talk about. So if you see my club chat, you can see that Peter Pan is coming. And I think in one of my recent videos, I was saying how I think they were going to add Alice in Wonderland or Inside Out, I believe. Is who I said they could add mythicals into the game. That would be good, I thought. The fact that they're going to be adding Peter Pan has thrown me for a loop. And what we're seeing here is a trend, and I'll show you real quick. This is my Dolphin account, by the way. It's not my free to play account. This is the money that I spend pretty actively on. As you can tell, I've got maxed out spells all over the board. But I'll just take you into the Golden Hammer real quick. And if you don't know, when they brought out Felix and the rest of the Ralph team, they upgraded, they changed the way Golden Hammer works. To now, when revived teammate is Felix, then he basically is a brand new tune, and he has harmful immunity, and he gains full magic, which is, if you have Felix, it's huge. But, and so, what we're seeing is they're fixing old spells that have been in the game for a while. Now, Golden Hammer has always been a great spell if you're using it in PvP. It's been everybody's one of their top 3 spells, I would say, in the game since it's launched, along with Cauldron, Peter's Shadow, who we'll get to in a little bit, and Blue Frame Magic is up there. Grandma Tala is up there, but Grandma Tala came in with Maui and Moana. But it's always been one of the top spells. But what we're seeing is Peter's Shadow has been in the game since the start of the game. It's been really good for everybody. But now that they're bringing in Peter Pan, they're fixing Peter's Shadow. And I've not really had a chance to look over these patch notes a lot, but we'll just go through it real quick. You can see that they're coming with a new event. So it would have made more sense if it was a tower, but obviously an event means we're getting everything that goes along with the event. It probably means that you need to have Tinkerbell and Captain Hook, who I've mentioned previously. That you just get Captain Hook passively by playing Club Conquest, or else you can get him out of the tournament exchange, I guess. No, it's the Club Dungeon exchange, I believe. And Tink is in the Club Tournament, the Sorcerer's Tournament exchange. But here you can say, new event. Right about a month after the Wreck-It Ralph event, we're getting a new Peter Pan event. And it's a Neverland event. You can earn Shmee, Mr. Shmee, who if you ever watch Peter Pan, I love the way that guy's voice is. And even Bob Hoskins in Hook is really good. But Peter Pan has always been one of my favorite movies growing up, and still is, and I love it. And I'm really happy that they're putting Peter Pan in the game. As you can see, he's going to be an offensive duelist that excels at single target damage, hindering his opponent and extending his advantage. What I find here is funny is they're making Mr. Smee another summoner. I mean, he's obviously not going to be summoning like dead men like Davy does, but he's going to send pirates, which is interesting because I'm just thinking about Jake and the Neverland Pirates for some reason. And then Wendy. And if you've taken part in these surveys they had in the past, you know that they did, how do you feel about Peter? How do you feel about Wendy? And at one point, they asked about Michael and John. And I thought they were going to bring Michael and John in as a duo, sort of like Pain and Panic. And I'm kind of interested that they ended up bringing in Smee, especially if he's going to be an oceanic villain. And that's interesting. But Wendy is going to be an unorthodox single target support, providing unique utility. That's super interesting. And then to no one's surprise, if you've been paying attention to DSA, the Onward event is now it's going to be a side adventure, which is interesting. We're getting a free Merlin Bermuda event, and I love that Merlin. If you've ever seen the end of the Sword and Stone, where he comes back and he's like dressed up in Bermuda shorts and everything, I've always loved that, and that's always been great. Totally great. And then we get the two event for side mission and Ascension campaign, which, if you're in Ascension, great. I'm not there yet, but I'll still get double whatever from whoever I can need from the side missions. Fireworks thing is still going on. Beauty and the Beast is here now, currently. If I had to guess, I'd say Peter Pan is going live after the Beauty and the Beast, if not this weekend, which it might be. Who knows? Spectral Standoff, Rapunzel, gear drops next Monday, which is always good. Galactic Rune Rumble, Stitch Tower, of course. Fox and the Hound 40th anniversary. They're moving Jasmine. They're moving Sheriff of Nottingham. They're moving, of course, because they're moving them into the side mission, so they're moving Jasmine and Sheriff of Nottingham. And now you can get Kronk in the Villains campaign, which is interesting also. Here's the Peter Shadow update. On offense in Club Conquest, do the following. If target teammate is Peter Pan, grant the Shadow 2 evades. If teammate is Peter Pan the Shadow, perform Peter Pan's passive ability. If you have Peter Pan's passive ability unlocked, Peter Pan Shadow changes notable exceptions. Sven clones no longer trigger table scraps. Sven clones no longer assist Kristoff on his basics, so yet even more Sveners, which is interesting. Vanellope clones will no longer trigger Rouse passive. Okay. Bubbles clones. That helps if you're playing Bubbles. If you're annoyed at Bubbles like I am. Hero clones. I don't. Tinkerbell refresh. Interest. Here we go. Gains on offense. In Club Conquest. All teammates. Shields gained if teammate is Peter Pan. Cleanse all harmful effects. It's huge. Gains on Club Quest offense. Do the following. Chain to X number of opponents. If Peter Pan is a teammate, purge all helpful effects on each opponent hit. That's huge. Captain Hook refresh. Club Conquest inflict intimidate for 2 turns. This attack cannot be countered. That's pretty big. More oceanic power in Club Conquest, by the way. Club Conquest Peter Pan is a turn. Guaranteed assist on, I believe that's the gift from Wendy, I believe is special B. No, that's the spyglass thing, right? Yeah. Passive no longer chance based, is now guaranteed to activate with sufficient magic. And then on Club Conquest Offense, this ability also activates on combat start and affects all Peter Pan teammates. So we don't have information about Peter, but we do have information about Tink and Captain Hook, which is going to help out Club Conquest. Guys, I don't know if you were here, but at one point I said I was going to go ham for Ralph, and I didn't. But Peter has a special place in my heart. He does. I may be willing to drop some coin on Peter Pan. Especially once we see how Wendy is. I mean, if Wendy is like Shank, then, you know. But if Wendy isn't like Anna or Hero or Fix-It Felix or, you know, that's going to be good to go. If Smee is anywhere like Davy, then I think we've got to go for Davy. I think we've got to go for Smee also. And if Peter is a new legend, which he would be the first official legendary in an oceanic event, because, you know, even though Ursula I believe that Ursula technically is, but there's no event. You just get her through doing raids. This would be the first official legendary event for an oceanic legendary. So there's that. And, you know, I've talked about how I'm all in on oceanics on my free to play. I started a little later on this account. Once again, this is my Dolphin account, if you're wondering. And look here. My oceanics are not terrible. Now, obviously, I'm a little behind the curve on Stitch. As you can see, I'm a little behind the curve on Teen Trident. I'm a little behind the curve on Ursula. Just because I'm working on so much other stuff, guys. And obviously, the next time the Maui event comes back, he's going to be open. So there's that. And technically, he's already open. But when the event comes back, he's going to be totally 7 stars, all that good stuff. Because look at Moana. And you can see, I've got tier 8 bubbles. I got strong tier 7 Gantu. I've got a strong tier 7 Moana. I've got Ariel ready to go to 7 stars if I wanted her to. I could put Captain Hook there. I could put Tink there. I could put Davy there. I could put Jack there. But it's all because I don't have enough money to be able to do that. And you're sitting there like, well, what are you talking about? You got 2.2 million. Yeah, I do. But right now, if you're watching this video, you know that the Monterey Jack event is going. The Chippendale event I already talked about in the free to play month 3 about how I was going all in for Namari. I'm sort of doing that here as well. What did I click on? This thing. You can say, you know, I'm waiting for Eve for Gizmo Duck. I'm still getting Merida up for my princess team. Got Olaf. I wanted to get him to 7 stars. Ian is ready. We're working on Esme, and I could take Quasi up right now. I could put some more into Rapunzel. She's coming along nicely. We've got Bo, and Monterey Jack and Chippendale and Gadget, who I have open. She's down here. Are all part of that adventure squad to be able to get Namari. And then we've got Stitch, who I talked about previously. I need to get up, and then I've got to get Pain and Panic up eventually. And then there's Pocahontas. I've got a lot going on, guys. I've got a lot going on. And so picking and choosing who to put my money into, who to put my resources into, is not easy. Because obviously princesses are one thing. Obviously I need Quasi and Esme for Ascension. I need Gizmoduck for Eve and Wally when they come back. I need Merlin just so I can have a strong mythical. Because, yes, I hate Hercules. Ian is obviously, I need to gear Ian, but that's it. I need to gear Gizmo. That's it. I need to gear Olaf just so I can be like, hey, he's at 7 stars. He's done. And then I have, the plethora of people. You can see I need to take the tier 7 right. I need to finish at 7 stars right now. And then, and then that's before we even talk about, hey, you say you're going for Peter Pan. You say you're going for Peter Pan, prove it. Okay. Captain Hook, he's ready to go. He's 53, which is not 60, obviously. He's tier 6, which is not tier 7, obviously. Tink, level 50. 5.5, gear 5.5. Gotta get ready. Oh my gosh. And if they keep her the same way and they just add all the stuff to her, she's gonna be insane. And I appreciate that. I do. And, that'll just make it easier for my Oceanics to be better. Which is weird, because how many supports would they have? Because Tink's a support. Wendy's going to be a support. Smee is a defensive summoner. Does that make him a tank? Probably. Hook's a villain. And then, offensive, of course, a villain. And then Peter, offensive single target, which I was like, single target. If he's going to be a single target, he needs to be like super strong, and I dig that about him. But, I started the video by talking about spells, so we'll just finish here. What other spells could they improve on to bring in other legendary characters? Trigger? Trigger's nobody's favorite spell. It's weak. It's not top anywhere. Could they bring in Little John and Friar Tuck and all them and make Trigger better also? What would they do with Peanut Pummel? Could they bring in Dumbo? I don't know. Another downtown, obviously. Even though I don't understand what this is Wilds, but yeah. It could work. Magic Cauldron. This is a mythical. I still believe they have to bring in more mythicals before they get the raid. I do. And I don't know what this Magic Cauldron is in relation to. I don't know what it's from. But, at the rate they're going, they got to be doing something. We have Kabunam, I believe, is from Toy Story, I think, right? I believe so. Maybe I could be wrong. Blue Fairy Magic, we know, is from Sleeping Beauty, which, they've got to put in Sleeping Beauty. Do I think it's going to be next month? No. Do I think it might be next year? Probably. Maybe. Could be 2 years from now. Who knows? Golden Hammer, we talked about Infinity Side Die. What is this from? I have no idea. It's mythical. I don't know. Magic Meteor. This spell sucks. It's mythical. Again, who knows? We know they redid Cauldron when they revamped Hades, so that was sort of the start of it. Now they're doing Peter Pan for Peter Shadow. Just did Sugar Rush also when they brought in Big Hero 6 to make it even better. Has this Horseman, mythical of course. They've got to retouch some of these. This Thunder Mountain Boom, same thing. Zap. Okay. Splash Mountain. So, there's a plus. So I think whatever they're doing, they're obviously bringing in, and like I said, it started with Hades, and we saw it with Ralph and with Golden Hammer and Sugar Rush. And now they're doing with Peter's Shadow. So, obviously, I don't know who else is anywhere that can be more viable, but I do think we're still getting another mythic before the raid. So if they come out with another legendary event next month, which it used to be 3 months between, now it's every month. But we did have a really long lull between Hercules and Ralph. And so for getting CC, we're getting, we got Ralph last month, we're getting Peter next month. In about probably within 10 days. Who are we going to get in August, y'all? It's got to be mythical at some point. It's got to be. I think they have to bring in another mythical. But I would love it if they brought in wilds also. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. If you happen to see this before the event goes live, let me know. Would you be willing to go all in on Peter Pan like I'm thinking about doing it? Because I really am. It's not even close. It's probably, right now, I'm probably 70-30 going in on Peter. Let me know what you think. If you like what I'm doing, please support this channel by liking, leaving a comment. Tell me, you can even, tell me why you think you should go for Herc. If you think I should go for Herc, let me know. Tell me why I should go for Herc. If you think I should go for Herc over Peter Pan, I think you're nuts. But because I don't like Hercules even a little bit. But I'm willing to listen. So we can have a discussion. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell, whatever, everything. Take a look at some videos that I'm about to put up here, and tell your friends. Till next time, I'll see you later. Have a good one. Bye-bye.